Good evening, and welcome to Science and Sorcery, the show where science communicators play Dungeons and Dragons and consider alternative revenue streams. My name is Dagmar Dervedu, and I am your host and Dungeon Master, and we're back again with our campaign Witness to Ruin as for ridiculous, chosen by the god teenagers set off to save the world. These teenagers are played by none other than Rachel Williams, Alex Holt, Khalil Thurloway, and Sam Langford. Got a couple of announcements. Our first announcement is it's been postponed because of the strike for Palestine. So join us on the 8th of March for Rogue Octopus Adventures. It's going to be lots of fun. What are you? Rogue Octopus
Escapes?
Rogue
Escapes?
Octopus Escapes. Rogue Octopus Escapes. Rogue
You know what?
Octopus
In my
Escapes.
defense, Sam, you got it wrong last time as well. So at least I didn't make it about octopus stockbrokers this time.
Rogue Octopus Trader.
Rogue Octopus Escapes. Traders. We are going to be GM'd by Nick Monroe Turner, the creator of the game himself. It's going to be great, lots of fun. Yeah, 8th of March. That's the important thing. The name doesn't really matter as long as you're here on the 8th of March, at which point we'll tell you the right name. Other announcement, we are still running our Tiltify campaign, raising money for the Palestine Children Relief Fund. There's lots of rewards you can get for donating. You can help me create an NPC for these players to encounter. You can get... Do we still have some art slots left, Alex? Do you know? Well, Sam will know.
I believe we do.
Yeah, we still have individual characters art slots.
Individual character art slots. Alex can draw you some fantastic art. Sam, your one-shot. Does that still have space?
Still got space.
Sam's running a one-shot. There's something else.
We also...
You can make a character for me, Sam, or Alex to play in a future one-shot live on stream.
And we've got one more. We have another artist, Emily, who's putting together like $10 donations to get a collage of a character made as well, like a paper piece collage.
Oh, amazing.
That's really nice.
Incredible. That's exciting. Go donate if you haven't yet. And once you've donated, if then you have money left, why not go to valkyrierpg.co.uk and use the code CyanSorcery for 30% off your order and get some amazing dice. Then treat yourself. Sam, do you have anything to add about Valkyrie?
No, great job. Well done.
Okay, thank you.
I never really pay attention to those ads, but 30% is actually... It's actually a pretty big discount.
It is a big discount. It's really good.
Sorry, I normally
It's a really
zone out when
big
it comes to the
discount.
numbers part.
And as we established last show, you help prevent the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
I
dice
haven't
roll
seen that
really
one
well
yet.
as well.
'cause-
They do roll well.
Yeah, they do. They do. They're all weighted. No, they're not. Right. I think those are the announcements for the moment. Unless there are still tickets available for the live show at the Vagina Museum on the 26th of April. I don't know. I haven't checked. But you should go and buy those if you're in or near London on that date and come and watch us play D&D in a museum because
Also, it's the future by the time you're seeing this, so...
it
It
is.
might
We're
change.
pre-recording this. So anything could happen in the next week. We don't know. But we will find out. Right. Those are the announcements. What happened last time these four got together? I don't know what happened last time you four got together, but I also don't know what happened. I do know what happened last time your four characters got together. So, Emerald, Nimbo, Blurta, and Kaylin Muck decided to leave the capital, where things were becoming unsafe. Bounty hunters on M's literal tail. M possibly wanted for arson. You don't know what's happened with that. And Muck's mother starting to meddle in all kinds of things. So you paid a moderately criminal dragonborn boat captain to take you to M's hometown, Elmsford, up in the mountains. You've been sailing for about half a day, and so far you have encountered a gap underwater into the void, out of which came shadowy tentacles, which tried to drag you overboard, which you reported to the relevant authorities and went on your way. You encountered some monster hunters searching for a plesiosaur, which is wanted by a noble up in Elmsford. And then a strange ship rose up out of the water, held together by algae and magic, inhabited by Sahagwin sea folk. You attempted to parley. You offered them Anton's bad poetry, a torch, items which are not particularly useful underwater. And they took this as an insult to their leader.
Spoiler, it was.
And so we are going to begin off in just a moment with one of these Sahagwin priestesses having summoned a giant spiritual weapon trident right behind Nimbo. And they are getting ready to attack. But before that, we're going to flash back to this morning. M, you're in your room. Can you roll me a d20, please?
Oh, I don't like it. 17.
17. Your ring of the swift does not fly away. Can you now roll a d4, please?
Nice. Good. 3.
3. Okay, so you regain, it's 3 minus 1, so you regain 2 charges to your ring of the swift.
Perfect.
We're not going to be able to fly this session, but possibly tomorrow if you don't use up any charges. We'll see. Right. In that case, going back to the present, having dealt with M's magic items, I would like to ask everyone to please roll me some initiative.
Oh, stay away.
As I said before the stream, I left my real dice at my other D&D group's house. I know I'm cheating on you, so I'm rolling digitally, which feels wrong.
It is wrong.
It's frowned upon, but I do it every week. I got 14.
The nice thing is, if you do roll digitally, it means you automatically get added to my combat tracker, which makes my life easier. Right. Nimbo, what did you get?
10.
10. Okay, that didn't. Right. Blurta.
17.
17 and M. 36 or something,
26.
right?
Yeah, 26.
Okay, well, I was close. In that case, we find ourselves on this boat. You've got a boat full of strange sea monstery types. I will re-explain what you've got. The two that are just a silhouette are the priestesses. The prickly-looking fellas, these ones, are sea spawn. And then you've got the Sahagwin. And one of the Sahagwin, this one here, seems to be dressed slightly more ostentatiously than the one behind it.
Hipster Simon.
More like priest robes, but not quite the same as the priestess.
Okay.
Anyways, M, you are up first.
Okay. Seeing you said algae, this thing's made of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a boat. It is broken and it's held together with like seaweed and algae.
Okay. How big are these squares that we've got? Like, what's the distance?
5 feet.
So it's just 5 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
The two characters closer to the front of the boat, I am going to cast Wither and Bloom around them.
Okay. Exciting. Is that a saving throw on their part?
It will be a con save, yeah.
A con save. Okay. That is a natural 20 for the priestess, but a 10 for the sea spawn.
Okay. So the priestess will take 5 points of damage, and the sea spawn will take 10 points of damage.
Yep. What type of damage is this?
Necrotic damage. And does anything happen to the algae?
Let me check the spell description.
So yeah, it's not non-magical vegetation in that area withers.
No, it is magical.
I wasn't sure if it was the boat or the algae, but I wanted to try it to see.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, the algae is not affected by this.
I'm probably going to take a step backwards.
Okay.
Just a little bit further away, so into the center of the boat.
Yep.
That's my turn at that point.
All right, exciting. That brings us to the Sahagwin priestess who is controlling the spiritual weapon. So the first thing she is going to do is she's going to look at Nimbo, and she is going to cast Hold Person. Can you please make me a Wisdom saving throw?
I have a +7. Ooh, that is a 5. That is going to be a 12 total. Would now be a
12.
good time to introduce some kind of scientific fact.
You've already rolled, so it's slightly too late, my friend, and I'm so sorry, but that is just below what you needed.
You also have MVP, remember that, for the seasoning as well
Yeah.
from
You
last time.
do have the MVP, so
I
you can
do.
choose to re-roll.
I will. Yeah, I'll use it to re-roll. But I'll narrate it in a cool way. It feels like a missed opportunity to do something crazy cool, but also being paralyzed when surrounded by enemies is going to be fucking terrible. Especially because I'm the only one who can really heal. So digging deep, Nimbo realizes that all 4 legs of this stool are essential, and he can't he can't leave his friends unsupported. So that's gonna be a 25 on the second roll.
Yeah, that is a success. All right, so you feel the spell start to lock your muscles up, and you shake it off. And as you do, the trident behind you goes in to strike. So that is going to be an 18 to hit.
That will just hit.
Okay. So that is going to then be 7 points of bludgeon or radiant damage, isn't it?
I think it's force.
Spiritual weapons. Force. Yes, it is force damage. Yes, so 7 points of force damage from the spiritual trident behind you. Which is going to stay put, as is the priestess. So after that, you feel the boat rock as behind you, another Sahagwin climbs up onto the boat next to Blurta, and is going to try to bite her. Which will be a 15 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, that will be 4 points of piercing damage, and will then go for a second attack with her with the spear.
Oh shit!
But that is only an 11, which I believe misses.
That does miss.
Yeah. So that's Sahagwin. You realize you've stepped back, but it is not going to protect you from the sea spawn, which climbs up the side of the boat. Sorry. So it's going to go for 2 unarmed attacks, which is a 20 and a 21 to hit.
Yep, both of those hit.
Which are going to be, in total, 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And that is that one. The other priestess is now up. I'm so sorry, y'all. Is going to doesn't need to go up onto the boat, actually. It's gonna look at Muck being the scariest looking person, and is gonna try hold person on Muck as well. That is a wisdom save, please.
Okay, as we all know, Muck is very, very wise, so this is it's a 10.
Muck!
Do you like science facts by any chance?
Muck, your muscles lock up in the same way Nimbo's just did. Nimbo, you see the same spell suddenly take a hold of Muck. Muck, you are paralyzed. You can make another saving throw at the end of your next turn.
Fuming, absolutely fuming.
Okay. Is that Captain Oliver? Captain Oliver just picks up the shield again and crouches down underneath it. Blurta, your turn.
So, Butter's like, I fucking tried to be nice. I tried to negotiate, and now we're here. And I cast Fireball right in the middle of the boat.
Hey! Dex saves, right?
Yes, deck saves.
1, 2, 3. And sorry, what's the radius? I mean, you can target this so that it doesn't hit.
Yeah, I would
I think it's 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Fortunately for them, that's some rubbish. That's roll.
2 2s and a 4 in the first 3 saves. I'm not even gonna bother to add modifiers. I think only the priestess with the spiritual weapon succeeds.
God damn.
Yeah.
It was a fairly pants set of rolls, so that's 22 fire damage to them and presumably the boat.
Yep.
Yeah, what does the boat get on its dex save?
The boats can't make dex saves. Right, that does take out one of the sea spawns and the one that had already been injured and the less ostentatiously dressed Sahagwen in one go.
Nice. Well done.
And I will roll a concentration check as well for the one who is old personing. But that's a nat 19 on the concentration check, so I'm afraid, Muck, you are still held tight. The boat, where's my D100? 22 damage, right?
Yeah.
The boat doesn't sink yet, but it looks... You can smell like this acrid smell of burning seaweed. The boat has caught fire in parts. The parts that aren't covered in seaweed. The seaweed is quite damp. And it's not in good shape. Anything else on your turn, Blurta?
Oh, I stick up my middle fingers at them.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can do it with your offhand with a bonus action.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's acceptable.
Finger blasted.
In that case, it's now Nimbo, you're on deck. Muck, can you please, you are paralyzed on your turn. Can you make me another wisdom save, please?
15.
There we go. You are no longer paralyzed at the end of your turn.
Oh, okay.
So you can't do anything else, but you're not held anymore.
Right,
and that brings us to Nimbo.
Okay, Nimbo was kind of looking around, agonizing, and maybe that's why his initiative was so low, because he was like, do I cure Muck? What do I do? And then he thinks about the balance of offense and defense, passive and active, aggression and care, and how they can be the same thing sometimes. And those familiar crackles in his coppery coils in his hair start to like spark, and you hear that same old thunder in the distance. And that very familiar storm cloud starts following the boat, and I'm gonna call some lightning. Because this seems urgent. I am going to go for the front. How the sorcerer? The magic user at the back of the boat doesn't seem super hurt, do they?
No, not yet. They're the only one who succeeded on the save against Fireball. The
Okay,
one at the front is looking real bad.
Cool. I'm gonna pop it between those two front people on the boat, so it gets both of them.
Absolutely. Dex saves from them?
Yes, please. And I'm gonna channel my divinity to do maximum damage.
Right. Well, one of them got a nat 20 for a 22, and the other one got a 17 for a 17.
All right, good job. I did max damage then. So that is going to be, I believe, 30 halved to 15. Although D&D Beyond has decided to stop working for my spells.
It's oh, that's annoying. It is enough to take out the priestess at the front, and
Yeah.
Sahagwin behind her is looking real hurt as well.
I was
based
right.
on-
It's 30 down to 15.
Cool. I mean, I believed you. I probably should double check these things, but you know, trust is important. Yeah. Okay, you kill one of them. Good job.
Then bonus action Shillelagh.
Bonus action, Shillelagh.
And then I am going to move.
Okay.
I am going to go here
Yep.
to threaten this Sahagwin and give Blurter a bit of kind of a chance to escape.
Cool. Good to know. All right. In that case, that brings us to which Sahagwin are you? This one. This Sahagwin you are. Yeah. This Sahagwin is not going to move. Actually, this Sahagwin is going to. Where is it? 10 foot.
We're doing well, folks. It looked dicey for a moment, but we're doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Muck's save definitely helped.
Mm.
Although actually, I killed the person.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Thanks, Nimbo.
Yeah.
Fireball
that's fair.
as well was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool
You
lightning.
were saying
always
these
makes,
things.
makes me imagine like, hi lightning, it's me, Nimbo.
Well, calling that like Gladiator from the 90s iteration of the UK version of Gladiators.
Indeed, yeah.
Oh god, I'm just like, sorry, just going to like back to the old conjure animals and conjuring wolves, but it's just like 8 of wolf from the Gladiators. Just 8 hairy men.
Speaking of conjuring things.
Fine.
Speaking of
Or-
conjuring things, that's okay. The Sahagwin, who's more extravagantly dressed, raises his hands, and as he does so, Nimbo, M, and Muck, I need you all to make strength saving throws as these spectral jaws appear around you and try to pin you in place.
Lovely.
I think I'm probably pinned in place. I got an 11.
What did you-
I also
That
got
is not
11.
enough. That is
Plus
also
8.
not enough.
And I got 11 plus 8.
M?
I rolled a 3.
Sam, you jinxed it. Why did you say things were going
I
well?
know. I
It
know.
was like, let me just measure this devouring maw sphere. Oh, it fits so nicely around the
Devouring war.
Trying to fill the silence, and I've very much filled it.
Right.
Yeah,
Muck,
if you can
Nimbo,
really feel
and
anything
M.
with despair.
Muck, Nimbo, and M, you are all pinned in place by these spectral jaws that are clenched around you. You will be taking some damage at the start of your next turns. That's Sahagwin's thing, but he's happy. He's happy there. The sea spawn next to him is going to now rush up and is going to be able to get up next to Blurta and Nimbo, who is restrained. So is going to try to hit Nimbo because he'll have advantage against you.
Well, as long
Yeah.
as you're not hitting my squishy friend.
And is going to go for a... Yeah, it's going to go for the two unarmed strikes. So the first is going to be an 18 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
The second will miss. So you will take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
It does hurt, doesn't it? Okay. And then another Sahagwin is going to crawl up onto the side of the boat. This one also wearing the priest-like robes. And M, you don't have all your hit points, do you?
No.
Right. That sucks for you because it means the Sahagwin gets to roll at advantage to hit you, or to try to bite you. And rolls a 4 and a 5 on the first attack. And a total of 19 on the second.
Mm-hmm, that'll hit.
Which is going to be 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Right, and that brings us back to the top of the round. So Emma, it's now your turn.
I'm not very good like up close, so I think what I'm gonna look both of these creatures in the eye.
Oh, actually, start of your turn, you take damage. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take, ouch, 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. Lovely. So who?
I just had to zoom in to look at M's hit points, and then I zoomed in. And I was like, I wish I hadn't.
Yeah. So who cast this like gaping maw
This
on the
is
boat?
the Sahagwin, but it doesn't appear to be a spell.
Right. I'm still gonna
It's
try.
a recharge ability.
I'm still gonna try and take that boat down because I can't do anything up close. I'm gonna cast Shatter right in between those two characters and try and blow a hole in the boat.
Okay. Constitution saves?
I believe it is. Yes.
Another natural 20.
Oh.
This Sahagwin doesn't want to die. And a 17 for the priestess.
Yep. Okay, so they both.
But the boat
pass.
isn't rolling a save.
Mm-hmm. That is an 8, an 8, and a 6 for 24.
Reduced down to 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they are both still up. The boat takes 24 plus 22 is...
46.
Thank you. Boat starts to sink. It doesn't sink in immediately, but it's gonna be gone in like next round. It's gonna be gone.
I'll then turn
I
back.
think
as
these
the-
fish be.
Oh, there you go.
Hmm.
I'll just turn back round to the sea spawns that Hagwin in front and just be like, your priestesses are fucked. Leave.
Alright, they don't appear to understand you.
Still gonna shout at them.
That's acceptable. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, if I'm... Well... Do I want to get out of this stuff, or do I just risk taking damage?
It's a saving throw at the end of this. No, actually, you're just restrained until the end of the Sahagwin's next turn.
Okay, that's me then.
Yeah. Okay. It is now the priestess's turn. The priestess is going to start. Yeah. She is going to cast Mass Healing Word on herself and 2 of her allies. What's the range? Oh no, she can get. Oh, only 2 of her allies. Cool.
Darkmar, have you had enough of this campaign? You just looking to just end it now?
No, I figured I would throw something at you that you couldn't steamroll, Sam.
Say that every time.
And every single time you still steamroll everything. What do you want from me?
I usually die or go unconscious.
Yeah, after fireballing everything.
That's my job.
Exactly. Fireball, then die. But that is going to be the only thing she can do because it's a bonus action spell and she doesn't have any ranged options. The Sahagwa next to Nimbo is gonna strike at Nimbo because you're right there.
Sure. Sorry, I zoned out a sec. What did the priestess do with her bonus action?
Mass Healing Word on
Okay,
herself
cool.
and 2 of her allies.
Okay, boring. Cool.
That's all she could do, and she'd used her bonus action. So that is a miss on the first hit against you with the bite, but a nat 19 on the spear strike against Nimbo. Which is 9 points of piercing damage, Nimbo, from the spear that embeds itself in your armor. As you are
These are starting to
restrained.
add up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then that brings us to the C spell next to M, which is going to attempt to stop M. She's going to go for a poison quill attack. And that's a nat 18 for 22 to hit. Can you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
11.
11 is insufficient. You are poisoned, and you take, but you only take 1 point of poison damage.
Okay.
You can repeat that saving throw at the end of your turn. Captain Oliver is still cowering. He's just trying not to move. Blurta, with Nimbo, with Muck up next. So Blurta, you first.
Okie dokie. So we've got 4 on the boat, on our boat, and 2 on their boat, which is sinking.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna fireball the boat again.
Okay. All right. 2 dex saves. Priestess fails. Sahagwin gets a 18.
This is a margin lead. It's 8. 14. That's actually worse than last time. 18 points of damage.
That is exactly what you needed to kill the priestess.
Is it exactly what I needed to kill the boat as well?
The boat is like basically that Sahagwin is now swimming.
Yeah.
Also, Blurta, I did forget at the start of your turn. Oh no, you're not in the thing. You're fine.
No, I'm not in the thing.
Yeah. This Sahagwin is now swimming, but it has a swim speed.
And
so
then...
it's just sort of been standing on the sinking boat and then just started treading water.
Does this boat have a mast?
It does. It does 2. Nimbo is stood next to one of them, and the other one is over
Do
back
these
here.
masts have a crow's nest?
No.
Okay. Then, no.
It's not big enough. Okay.
So it doesn't have like any sort of beams or anything you could stand on?
Nothing you could stand on. You'd have to like cling on to it. You wouldn't have any free hands for spellcasting.
Not worth the risk of
Yeah. Okay.
So was it the priestess who made the zone?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is the other guy.
But it was the priestess who made the
spiritual weapon, which is now gone. Yes, you're right.
So just remind me, these magical jaws, do they stop me from moving?
Yes, they do. And they also cause you to take, 13 points of piercing damage at the start of your turn.
I can do it. I'm tough. Apply change. All right, cool. So I cannot move, which means I can't jump, can I?
Nope.
No, okay. No getting around it. I'm going to use my longbow, which I equipped, which was the reason we're all in combat right now, so sorry about that. And I'm going to use the Great Weapon Master, so to hit...
I don't think you can use Great Weapon Master on a longbow.
I'm proficient, it's heavy, and...
Is it? Is it the heavy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, I didn't realize longbows were heavy weapons. Yeah, in that case, absolutely.
Woohoo! Okay, well, it's 13 to hit, so I don't know how that goes.
Melee attack.
No, is it melee? Okay, that's fine.
It is melee, I'm sorry, yeah.
Well, then it is 18 to hit.
Which one are you hitting?
Minus the 5. That's a good point, actually. Who shall I hit? Let me go for the
You
other
are allowed
one.
to just start shooting wildly, but I will then just roll randomly and you might hit an ally.
Let me go for... Is anyone looking peeking? I'll go for the guy on the other boat, just to see if I can take him out.
Yeah. He was looking bad, and now he's looking a little bit less bad again.
Not if I have anything to do with it. 18 to hit.
18 does hit him.
Well, that will be... Oh, you kidding me? Okay, 2 damage.
2?
That can't be right.
Yeah.
What's your dexterity modifier?
What's your modifier?
It's 1d8 plus 1 damage with my longbow.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, you get a second attack at least.
Thank God for that. Okay.
You shoot one of his little fingers off.
Oh, well, it's a nat 20, baby.
There we go. There we go. Roll your double damage.
Okay, boom. Extra die. What's that? 11 damage. Yay.
11. Amazing. Okay, it's still up, but you've definitely heard it.
Cool.
Right.
Yes, I'm good. No, I'm good. Thank you.
That brings us around to Nimbo. Nimbo, at the start of your turn, you are going to take 8 points of piercing damage.
All right. I've realized that I keep forgetting one of my class features. So I need to start using it in future. Wrath of the Storm. So it's a reaction, and I keep just forgetting to use it when I get hit. So
right. Can you make me a concentration check, please, for your cold lightning?
Oh yes, that will be an 11.
11 is enough.
Actually, I think I have to make a bunch of them because I've been hit a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, can you make me another 2?
19 and 3, so it goes away.
No more cold lightning for you.
That's fine. The only baddie that wasn't on our boat is over there, and okay, so in that case, that frees up my concentration for another 3rd level spell.
Okay.
Because things seem to be looking ungreat. I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
So I'm going to call on Vias and all these little kind of spectral, celestial, little kind of water creatures, little shrimps and crayfish and water beetles and fish of all different sorts, and weird little kind of the little kind of insect larvae that live at the bottom of ponds and stuff all start floating around and nibbling at these fish people. So
incredible.
I think it triggers at the end of their turn. An affected creature is halved, and when it enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn.
Yeah. So when it comes around to their turn, they will make the save.
Cool.
I'm gonna say this one is right outside of the area right now.
That's fair.
Yeah. You've got 2 of them in there at the moment.
And for my bonus action, I am going to do nothing.
Okay.
I'm just going to stand there. Yeah, I'll be fine. I might... Wait, are we doing healing potions as actions or bonus actions?
Bonus actions.
Seems a waste. Oh no, yeah, I'll chug a lesser healing potion.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that. That's fine.
Yes. I just feel safe. And then that's my turn.
All right. At the... Oh no, this is still there presently because it's the end of the turn. This guy is gonna swim to the boat. And it's gonna have just enough movement to climb up over here. Is going to look at Blurta, who's the only one not caught in his mouth.
Yeah.
And is going to shoot a water bolt out at you. Which is a natural 20.
Ouch.
Yeah, this is going to hurt.
I don't like the sound of those dice.
You're really not going to like this. This is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can choose not to tell us that amount.
Choose not to tell you the amount, and just say that Blurta gets pushed 10 feet backwards off the boat and is unconscious. Or I could tell you that you take 38 points of bludgeoning damage and get knocked off the side of the boat and start to sink.
Oh no.
I feel like this is time for someone to present some kind of buoyancy of unconscious body facts.
Well, I think like as an unconscious body, you probably would float more likely than you would sink, because you're.
It's the initial impact. The momentum that pushes you down.
Yeah.
So but she may start to float eventually.
Also, because the air is unlikely to be like forced out of her body particularly fast, because it doesn't. The surface of the water, you don't have as much pressure pressing down on the outside of your body than you do deeper down.
Yeah.
And so the pressure
this
pushing
is-
outwards from the air in her lungs would balance that out, and so she's still got air in her lungs.
This is a fun thing you say, actually, because this Sahagwin Hunter Saint, which is this creature, has an ability called Drowner. When the Sahagwin scores a critical hit against a creature that is holding its breath, the creature must make a DC 12 con save or lose its held breath. And I'm gonna rule that since this knocked Blurta out, I'm gonna say it just pushed the air out of her body. She's not drowning yet.
I'm just dying regularly.
She's gonna start to drown real soon.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, but the
That's all right. There's always more teenagers.
Blurta hadn't
Wow.
been chosen by any gods yet. That's fine. Okay.
Blurta has no plot armor. Bless her little heart.
And guess who just used his last 3rd level slot?
Oh boy.
It is the sea spawn's turn next to Nimbo now. Now the good news is that the shark mouth is gone. So Nimbo, and Muck, you can move again.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, good.
The sea spawn next to Nimbo is gonna try to bite
Wisdom
him.
save.
Sorry. Wisdom save, thank you, yes. Their saves are doing great. It's a nat 19.
We're all dying, folks. We're all dying today.
Okay,
Nah.
but that is still 3d8. And that 3d8 is a 2, an 8, and a 1. So that's 11 halved to 5.
Damage is damage, and this one it's starting to look real rough, this sea spawn. Okay. That means that it is still going to try to hit you twice with this unarmed strikes. Nat 17 and a nat 18.
That's fine.
Those both hit.
I am going to use my reaction, because I've remembered it exists. Wrath
Double
of the Storm.
max damage.
Ouch.
So that is going to be 10 points of piercing damage to you, but it makes a save, or it just takes damage?
Yeah, it's going to make a dex save.
Okay, it's not great at those. That's a 7.
Okay, so it's going to take 8 points of lightning damage.
Nice. Okay. It's still up, but it's so close. Sorry.
And this isn't Pokemon rules. They're not like vulnerable to lightning, are they?
They're not. No, I'm sorry.
It's super effective.
And I've got bad for you because it's the other Sahagwin Hunter Saint who's up next, and is
Fine.
going to summon a shark mouth.
No. Okay. Oh. Okay. Fine.
Can you all please make me strength saving throws, you three? Alex, I hope you're working on that backup character.
I'm
One
not
of
making a
Bertha's
saving
siblings.
throw right now. I'm just reading through my inventory to see if there's anything I can do to stop this from happening.
I got a 19.
You are not restrained.
Which saving throw is this? Sorry.
Strength.
Okay. All right.
It's a
that should be
DC 12. There is so little chance that Buck won't make the save.
good. 27.
There we go. And,
I got a nat 13.
nice. You don't have a negative strength modifier.
No, I
checking.
just have a flat. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So none of you are restrained this time, but the maw is still up,
Oh, sounds so
and you
disappointed.
will still take damage from it on the start of your turn. But this does bring us around to the start of M's turn. So
Yeah.
M, you take 9 points of piercing damage.
9. Oh, okay. Okay.
And you watch as the Sahagwa next to you seems to grow in strength.
Oh,
Oh.
Lord.
I'm gonna bonus action chug a healing potion.
Okay.
which is gonna give me 7 points back.
Okay.
I am then gonna cast Wither and Bloom under the 2 in front of me.
Okay. Yep. What kind of save were those?
That is going to be a con save.
Okay. The Sea Spawn gets a 9. The Hunter Saint gets a 19.
Okay. So that is 11 points for the failure, so 5 points for the save. And I'm also going to use the bloom part of that spell to roll one of my hit dice and get some like healing back, and that will be my turn. I don't think I want to move. No, I'm hoping that everyone else will take them out. But yeah, that's me.
Yes.
All right.
Everyone else.
The Sahagwin next to Nimbo is going to try to bite Nimbo.
Wisdom save. Wisdom
first.
save.
Fail.
Alex, why did you remind Dagmar about the damage?
No, I reminded the damage it's going to take.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the damage that it takes, not the damage that you and Nimbo will take soon.
Cool.
Oh, that's 10 points of radiant.
Nice. Okay. That one had not been damaged yet, but it is almost below half hit points. But it then is going to try to bite Nimbo, and you don't have all of your hit points, so it does have advantage. But it rolls a 9 and a 10, so it misses. Second strike, it rolls a 2 and a 3. So it's trying to.
I think it's just being so assailed by these spectral shrimp that
its eyes are filled with spectral shrimp as it's snapping its jaw in your direction and just like catching on your armor.
Krillivision.
Thank you for that.
I love it.
The Sea Spawn next to M is it's gonna make 2 attacks against M because you're right there. But the biggest one for that is a 14, so that was both miss.
Both miss, yeah.
As you manage to nimbly dodge out of the way, Captain Oliver's still just like, where'd one of you go? Oh no! And then just ducks down again. And now we come to Blurta with Muck on deck. Blurta, can you please make me a death saving throw?
10.
That is a success. The problem is, if you don't stabilize, you're still going to be underwater.
Yes.
Muck, your turn.
Okay, right. So I'm going to do a couple of things. First thing that
you're going to take damage is the first thing you do. 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay, that's is it non-magical? No, it's magical. Okay.
It is magical, yeah.
First thing that Muck is going to do is use her free object interaction to drop the longbow into the sea, because that shit is not working. Once that is done, I am going to action surge.
You crit on it.
You crit!
Even when I crit, it ain't good. So that shit is done for the rest of the campaign.
Also, don't you have throwing weapons as well?
Yeah, don't ask, but I haven't equipped them. I've just got this bloody longbow, so get that out of here. Okay, and then I'm gonna action surge so that I can use an action to equip my Moon Touch longsword, and then use an action to hit something.
I think you can draw a weapon.
Because dropping a weapon doesn't take anything, so drawing the weapon is your object interaction.
Okay, I'm still gonna
drop anything, so you don't need to action surge for this.
But I will be action surging. The action will be surging. And before I go to hit any of my enemies, Muck is going to shout, "There are too many motherfucking Sahagwins on this motherfucking boat." And now let's attempt to murder. I'm gonna start with okay. Let me think this out. Right, I'm gonna try and save Nimbo first because he's the healer. So don't tell me if he can't heal right now.
Who's
because
causing
we'll be too distracted.
It's currently this one.
Okay.
Oh,
This one was the one who did it last time.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go for the one that's doing them all then. That's a very good point. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna use my great weapon master.
Okay.
11 to hit. It's not gonna hit.
That's gonna miss.
Okay, I'm gonna go again. Oh, you can natural 1. So action number 2. Let's go. 12 to hit. No, you're fucking
Misses.
kidding me.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, one more. Just no. None of that happened.
Oh no.
Nothing. Missed four attacks in a row. And I've used my bonus action. So I'm gonna move to maybe stop something bad from happening. I think this is probably the worst combat Mark has ever had. I'm not gonna move because I'm in between 2 enemies. Thank you very much.
And you could have also been over here if you wanted to be, but all you can
It's
move
too
is
late.
you can move there.
Is
Then
it?
you
It's
wouldn't be
too late.
Yeah. Better to be out
Okay.
more.
Yes.
Wait. Sorry. For the last attack, I
Yeah.
want to use my effigy of Idle the Equal to
Yeah.
re-roll
Absolutely. Go ahead and re-roll.
the attack. Okay, thank you very much. I will be re-rolling now. And on the re-roll, I'm not going to do the Great Weapons Master because I really just
That's
want to use
fine.
something at this point. Oh, 13.
That just misses.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Sam, this is all your fault.
I know. It's my yeah.
I've been reading my character sheet for like 3 rounds straight. Like, I'm trying to get out of this mess. But the
So
good
join
thing
us
is-
next week for Science and Sorcery when we play 4 brand new teen soldiers.
Marcus, you're gonna play those clerics that went off into the woods.
But the good thing is,
Can I just play the undead?
Mike's coming back as a revenant.
Specifically
Because
for Dagmar, not for the
Absolutely. Okay, right. Because I use my effigy though, somebody else has disadvantage on their next roll, and we're
Oh, and
outnumbered.
it's random,
So
isn't it?
yeah, but
Yeah,
we're outnumbered, so the odds are in our favour, guys. See, I'm thinking even if
Please
we
don't be
fail, how
blurter.
can
Please
I
don't be
succeed?
blurter. Please don't be blurter. Please don't be blurter.
I'm not counting Blurta amongst this because Blurta is like sinking down to the bottom.
Thank you.
So there are 9 of you. So I'll roll a d10. I got a 3. Okay, it's not one of you. That's all I'll say. All right, keep that in mind. Nimbo, it is your turn next. You're gonna start by taking some damage.
Sure.
But I rolled badly. You only take 5 points of damage.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you. So I am going to run over to the gunnel of the ship.
Mhm.
So we're in a a river that runs down out of the frozen mountains. So this is going to be like meltwater, right? So this is going to be relatively clear.
Yes. You can see Blurta.
That's what I'm going for. Thank you.
Yes. Blurta is at this point about like 10 feet out and maybe 15 feet deep.
Cool. I'm going to and this is a little bit. I'm gonna throw a little bit of sauce on this. Like using the kind of thunderous affinity of my holy magic. My voice is gonna boom. I'm gonna say, Blurta, get the fuck up. I'm gonna cast a 1st level healing word.
Okay.
So you're gonna get a big 5 hit points.
Ooh.
Okay, Blurta, you awaken underwater, and in the moment you just manage to clamp your mouth shut rather than opening it. And you hear Nimbo's booming voice distorted as the sound waves travel through the water, telling you to get the fuck up. You are conscious again.
Hooray.
You are still at risk of drowning, but you can fix that.
Yes.
So that was my bonus action.
Yes.
And my leveled spell.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to.
You had Shillelagh if you want to just
Yes,
hit
I
things.
did. Yeah, I'm gonna take a swing at Spawn Boy.
Okay. Sounds good.
And that's a natural 1. Oh, wait, here I am. That's a natural 1. So I flail about ineffectually. But that's fine. I'm gonna move back to here. You know what? I'm actually going to take another step this way because the moor is going away in a sec, right?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So that will shift my spiritual
Okay.
weapon. My
You
spirit
will take an
guardians
attack of opportunity.
over to here.
Yeah.
And get a few more people involved.
Attack of opportunity misses.
Yay!
Okay. That your turn?
Yes.
Exciting. Good to know. That brings us to... Which Sahagwin are you? This Sahagwin you are. The Sahagwin next to Muck, who is going to see if he gets a shark maw back. He does not.
Are we
so
saying
Zen
that he's just outside the shrimp?
It's this one.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yes. Yeah. This one will also be just outside still. But this guy's now definitely in it.
Very fair.
Right, is going to go for 2 bites against Muck. 6 and an 8 on the first. Natural 20 on the second. I'm mostly rolling d4s tonight, and I'm still managing to bring you guys down.
I don't appreciate how much you're smiling.
Yeah, how'd you get a natural 20 on a d4 anyway?
That's some creative maths.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
But is it
This
non-magical?
is not magical. Yes, so your heavy armor master does apply.
Boom.
Right, that's its turn. Now there's a sea spawn who's going to be rolling some saves.
Wisdom save.
Nat 1.
Lovely. We love to see it. So that's going to be 8 points. Oh, that was a bad roll. 8 points of
That's
radiant damage.
enough. This spawn doesn't get
Devoured
another
by
action.
holy shrimp.
Just collapses onto the deck, burning, sizzling with radiant energy as it's being devoured by.
It's kind of like one of those
spiritual shrimp.
one of those time-lapse videos of a whale fall, when you see the different kind of stages of like deep sea organism, like taking different bits of the carcass, you know, like the sharks and the crabs and the worms and the
hagfish
stuff
up
like
in his
that.
junk.
Yeah.
What bit do they
It's
take
just
first?
covered in spiritual hagfish.
Honestly, if you're going to have any kind of fish up inside you, a hagfish is probably the easiest one because it generates.
No, Khalil. Do you know how many people have been hospitalized because they put eels up themselves?
No, but a hagfish specifically, it produces that kind of thick, mucousy slime.
Please do not put fish inside your body.
But that's why you don't understand. The fish comes
Science of
pre-lubed.
sorcery does not endorse sticking a hagfish inside orifices.
Also, hagfish, are they jawless fish?
Yeah,
Are they?
are.
Yeah, so they have like a kind of one of those horrible rings of teeth as a mouth.
Yeah,
Ugh.
do you really want that inside of you, Khalil?
I didn't say I wanted it. I said if you were going to have any fish inside you.
I mean, I'd rather have it inside me than a shark, and they're like skin made of teeth.
Like this
Right?
conversation.
I would
Okay,
personally
the way to make
choose-
this stop is to give me and Alex both a D8.
What science fact has been communicated here?
I would personally
Hagfish
choose
slime?
a smaller.
Shark dermal denticles.
Yeah.
The difference between
I'm
jawed
honestly,
and
I'm gonna
unjawed-
flip a coin because I don't know.
I think the
Coin
introduction
says
of the
yes. Fine, have your d8s.
All I wanted to say is that I would personally choose a smaller fish. If that's an option.
That's a valid analysis.
Okay. If it makes you feel any better, Dagmar, by giving us that D8, you were talking about eels. We don't know how eels fuck.
Yeah, it's really weird that.
So it's almost impossible to farm eels in captivity because we think because they have a multi-stage life cycle. So they spawn in rivers, and then the elvers, the little glass eels, go out into the sea and develop stage by stage, and then at some point they disappear. And we think they go to the Sargasso Sea in the West Atlantic, and they have a big eel orgy, but we're not quite sure. And then they go back to their home rivers, swim upstream, spawn, die. And so because we can't, viably replicate that multi-stage life cycle in captivity, what we do to farm eels is every spawning season we go to rivers around Europe and Asia and basically scoop up the babies by the hundreds of thousands, by the millions, and then you put them in a suitcase with some ice packs so they kind of go to sleep a little bit, and then you smuggle those suitcases through airports and put them on a flight, take them to an eel farm, normally in East Asia, and then there they are grown to adult size in like these kind of ponds in these kind of indoor farms, and that's where we get eel meat from. Which is why I've regrettably had to stop eating eel, even though it's delicious. Yeah. But a lot of the eating eel species are under quite severe threat of extinction because of this.
And I would add to that European eels certainly are considered critically endangered, and I believe they're considered the most trafficked animal on Earth.
Pangolins. It goes humans, pangolins. Oh, actually, no. Pangolins are the most trafficked mammal. I think you might be right. Because eels, in terms of numbers, because the numbers are fucking insane. Because, in one suitcase, you can have hundreds of thousands of eels.
Yeah.
That's a good point, yeah. But yeah, humans are the most trafficked mammal, then pangolins. But actually, eels going in above both of those. And a quick plug for the Wild Crimes podcast. Got an episode about eels and about pangolins.
Yeah.
I like that you said we don't know where they go to fuck, because for archerfish we do know where and how they fuck, but we don't know where they go for their no we don't know where they go for their gap year. So you can get baby archerfish in the lab, but the only people who've tried to raise them to like an adult stage, all of the like little baby fish die around day 7, and we don't know why. And it's possible that archerfish like migrate out the sea for a bit, or they go do something else weird, and like the salinity and the temperature just isn't right. So all archerfish you see in captivity are wild-caught fish, which is why they shouldn't become too popular as pets, because that's bad for them in the wild.
The only gap year people that don't tell you all about it.
Exactly. Yeah. I did try to get them to tell me, and then I was also like, "Hey, do you want to fuck each other?" And they were like, "Please go away. You're creeping us out, weird fish lady."
Can I do a fish sex fact?
Yes, of course, Rachel. You guys need all the D8s you can get right now.
Yeah. Zebrafish breed better in threesomes than in pairs. So if you're trying to breed them in captivity, the best, kind of minimal...
Get a third,
but get 2 guys and 1 girl. That's the best way. Because it's the male pheromones that cause the females to lay their clutch of eggs, which the puff of sperm can then go and fertilize. So yeah, MMF threesome is optimal scientific way to breed your zebrafish.
I have a D8. I'm picturing 2 zebrafish going up to another, going, "We saw you from across the bar. We liked your vibe."
Yeah, I taught them that.
Saw you from across
yes,
the
of
tank
course,
and
Sam.
It's kind of going back to like the fish inside you, but like all I was thinking about when you mentioned sharks is the sharks that, because the ones that are born in live inside of the parent and then eat each other before they're born, so that only one actually ends up being born. which is just metal as fuck that you eat your siblings in the womb and then fuck off. Like,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Have a
So
D8.
I already have a
Okay.
D8, but I have another. Just eels. So the concept of
We're all
eels-
just so scared of this combat that
We
we're like,
can't.
think of
No,
more
we
fish
need to
facts.
put
Think
it
of more
off.
fish
Put it
facts.
off.
So like we have an idea of like the idea of an eel, but like really eel is like a vastly like bunch of unconnected species that are entirely unrelated to each other. Like the sort of European eel, like we were talking about earlier, is entirely unrelated to like a conger eel, which in turn is entirely unrelated to like a sand eel, which in turn is entirely unrelated to like an electric eel or a gulper eel or whatever. It's just basically just like
A long fish.
that's a long fish, it's an eel, is the only scientific connection for that word.
I'm just
Incredible.
imagining this episode starts like a whole eel truther movement. Like, eels are fake.
Also,
Eels
eels
are
used,
real.
eels used to be used in the medieval times in Britain at least. Eels were often used as currency.
Mm.
Oh,
So
We
you
should
could
get that eel historian on the show.
Yeah, let's get him on.
Okay, let's get back to
Right.
Yeah.
spending these D8s.
Yeah.
But before you can do that, it's first this Sahagwin's turn, who's had Muck show up next to him.
Mm.
And Muck looks a lot more concerning than M. M hasn't actually, like, that spell was a bit weird, but, like, that's not as dangerous as a big-ass sword. So is going to try to bite Muck. That is a 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
For a minimum of 4 piercing damage on the first. And that's a no miss. 13
Ah!
on the second strike.
Reduced to 1 damage.
That's what I rolled. See, good thing I'm using D4s for that. And then at the end of its turn, the
Does that-
shark maw disappears again.
Nice.
And that brings us back around to M.
How are the two next to me looking?
Well, the Sahagwa next to you looks healthier than it should. The other one has taken some damage.
I'm gonna reach out a paw and just try to pull the life force out of the Sahagwin as I do sapping sting.
Ooh.
So I need a con
It's a
save.
new spell. Con save. Not 19.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Oh, it's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Bonus action?
I'm gonna take the other healing potion that I've got.
Okay,
I'll do that.
sensible.
Eight points.
Which of these fish is rolling with disadvantage? Who had the disadvantage?
It's the one who's
very-
next up. It's
Ah,
the one
good.
who's next up. Yeah.
Good.
But the first thing, is it disadvantage on what did I write? The ability on the next roll?
Yes, yeah, I think
Because
so.
its next roll is a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. It is. What? Yeah.
And that avoids a nat 16, and instead it gets low, an 8.
That's a fail, so that's going to take 13 shrimp damage.
That is one more than you needed. As shrimp damage ends yet another. This giant, and this is interesting because Sahagwin generally team up with sharks, but a spectral shark appears out of the spiritual ether that surrounds Nimbo and just chomps into the Sahagwin, which collapses down as giant isopods start crawling all over it. Okay, you've got 3 enemies left. And the one who's up next is also going to start its turn with a wisdom save. And rolls a 3. Now, some more spiritual
And that's
damage, please.
ooh, so solid crew, 21 damage.
That is exactly what you needed.
Oh,
Yes, these shrimp are on fire.
That same shark circles back around, turning incredibly swiftly, and takes down that sea spawn as well.
It didn't have to be this way.
See, I just needed you to give me some science facts, and things started turning around for you. And that brings us to Captain Oliver is still cowering. Blurta, you are 15 feet under the water. You don't have a swim speed.
So I believe that means I can travel. I believe I can travel 15 feet up to the surface.
Half, yes. You can get to the surface of the water, and you can just about see the deck of the boat.
So just to qualify, how high above the water is the boat, the deck?
It's
4,000 feet.
It's like between 5 and 10 feet. It doesn't sit very high on the water.
Okay, that's fine. Random fact again, which again I already have advice, so it doesn't make a difference. But mandatory marking, which is known as the plimsoll line, was introduced to measure where boats are in the water because people kept on overloading their boats and they sank.
This boat is currently not carrying that much cargo, so it's sitting quite high. But you've been
carrying Muck's guns though.
The hole here is it's a crawl space basically, so it's I don't know,
so I am going to
5 to 7 feet above the water.
Actually, that doesn't help me in this case. Okay, so I'm gonna use bonus action phase step to pop back.
You're able to appear kind of over there where you were standing before.
Yeah, that's fine. And which?
The one below Muck has been damaged. The one above Muck has.
I'm gonna do.
Not.
It's like I'm gonna shoot both my Eldritch blasts at the one below Muck because that's the one that shot me. It's like you fucker. And 23 with my first blast.
Hits.
And 27 with my second.
Both hits.
12 with my first blast, plus the 3, so 15. 22. Total.
Okay, in total 22.
And I'm going to shove him off the boat if he's not.
Yeah, he is dead, but you can still shove him off the boat if you want to. Because that's what he did to you.
This is a massive laser burns his head off.
Yeah.
And then like the corpse with like a smoking stump on top just kind of flops backwards over the gunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And collapses back.
Knocked unconscious. It's really fucking annoying.
Listen, you're the one who built the glass cannon, Alex.
I am. I am role-playing the glass cannon.
That is acceptable. Muck, your turn next.
I'm gonna hit, and I'm gonna use my Great Weapon Master because fuck it. Now, that will be 15 plus 3 is 18 to hit. So now let's do some damage, friends. That is 9 damage, please.
Okay, 9 damage.
Plus your 10 from Great Weapon Master.
Yes, 19 damage.
Sorry. In that case, what did you roll on the dice?
I got 23, and then I took away 5.
Fair enough.
To get 18. Yeah.
I was wondering where the 15 came from because it makes it sound like you rolled a 20 and then subtracted 5 and then added 3. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So another 10. Yep. Cool and good.
Okay. And then the second one is 24 minus 5, 19 to hit.
Hits.
And then that is going to be 11 damage.
11 damage. Is that with your Great Weapon Master added?
No, it's 21 damage. Okay. Sorry.
It's still up. But it is looking bad.
Okay, good. And then I'm going to use my second wind to heal myself.
Okay, go for it. Nimbo, you're up.
Seeing as this is apparently the last member of this raiding party.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of the pressure is off, but like Nimbo is at 7 hit points, so I'm kind of bleeding and like breathing heavy and soggy, and still surrounded by this kind of swarm of ethereal aquatic beings. So I'm gonna kind of just like sort of traipse / stagger my way over here, and I'm just gonna like slowly and without much hurry, kind of resentfully, just kind of bonk with with my shillelagh.
All right.
And that's gonna be something high. That's gonna be 26.
That hits.
So that will do 11 magical bludgeoning.
Okay, it's still up.
Cool. It's got a
But
wisdom
very
save to
well.
make on its turn.
Might end its turn before it begins. It fails its wisdom save with an 8.
And it's going to take 14 magical shrimping.
How do you want to do this?
So like I said, like Nimbo himself is just exhausted, stressed out, worried for his friends, relieved, so many mixed emotions. But the kind of the lethargy of his body is completely contrasted by the urgency and the kind of frantic kind of busyness of the little motes of light, these little spiritual beings. And they start to, as they've only got one food source now, they start to kind of, you know, those kind of fish vortices you see in the ocean. They start to form one of those around this suborgan, and they get to the point where you actually can't see the being in the middle because it's so covered in these little points of light swirling around it. And then they start to dissipate, and there is nothing but some wet scraps and a stain on the deck.
Wow.
Right. And with this,
And then Nimbo sits down.
a hush falls over the boat. Eventually, the sea life dissipates back into the ether, where it came from. Captain Oliver tentatively lifts the muck shield. Right, well, that's never happened before. Are you all okay?
No, I'm fucking pissed.
I really don't.
Let me get you something to dry yourself off.
Nimbo is just like slumped up against the gunwale of the boat, eyes closed, quietly kind of murmuring prayers to Vias as thanks for those spiritual beings, and to Vareya for, even though he went to the brink of death, for keeping that balance and not letting me tip over.
I really don't like boats. I've never been on them before. Is this can't all would it be like every time?
It's usually it's not like this at all. You attract some strange attentions. I mean, I know there's Sahagwin out on the lake, but they've never been this far upstream.
Well, let's just hope we don't meet anymore.
He hands Blurt a stack of kind of ratty old towels. Here you go, Opal.
It's appreciated, and then I just press it to get myself dry.
Oh, right. Magic.
I'll take one.
There you go. There you go, Lumpy. Well,
So how much further we got to travel? You know, we just keep getting jumped, basically. And I'm heavy, but I'm only so heavy, you know?
I wasn't expecting this much trouble. It's probably another 4 or 5 hours.
Can
I'll try to tail some of the larger ships if we meet up with any of them. That should keep us out of trouble for a bit.
Can I basically I just want to rummage through whatever is remaining of these guys on the deck, take anything of value, and then like yeet off any remains with prejudice to take out my frustration.
They, apart from a couple of spears, they weren't carrying any weapons. They weren't wearing any armor. They have nothing of value.
No jewelry.
No.
One of them had a Pret reward card with 9 out of the 10 stamps. But you know, our party is boycotting Pret, so
main
it's not really useful to us.
Well, and the nearest Pret is all the way back in the Citadel, and that's quite a ways away. So you're not sure why the Sahagmen had it, because its Citadel's not even on water.
I think they went on holiday once for a week, and it was the only place.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
In that case,
They only went to Pret that whole week.
Oh, God.
Sahagmen are not good tourists.
Clearly.
I mean, you would expect them more to have a Starfish Bucks card.
Nice. I can't stay mad at that.
I can.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, I'm just gonna like angrily
give me back the D8
parts off the side.
Yeah, that's fair. No, the only thing of interest that they would have had, as something that M can report on, is that the algae that covered the boat seemed to have been magical, but the boat has sunk. So you're not sure what it did.
Oh, look, it's a fish finger.
Hey.
I just
oh boy.
go and sit quietly next to Nimbo and just kind of fuss over Yarrow at this point.
I laugh at Blurter's fish finger joke, but like in the process, cough up a non-zero amount of blood.
I go and sit with Nimbo, and from my inventory, which I've been reading for like 10 minutes, I take out my bottle of lumpy moonshine and say, "This is you," and then pop it and have a sip and pass it around.
I think Nimbo's going to have a sip as well.
Let me just double check if that does anything.
You are blasted back to hell again.
You lose 7 hit points.
Yeah, Mutt's health is missing 5 times in a row. Though,
what was? Do you remember the actual name it had? Because it wasn't called Lumpy. Oh, Skullbuster XXX. There it is.
That's it. That's the one.
Right. Can both of you please make me Constitution saving throws? Muck, you can make yours at advantage.
Nice. What do I do to deserve that?
I'll tell you once you've made the save.
Yeah, isn't this like very specifically like an orc drink?
Oh yeah, 18.
So I got a 17.
Okay. You're both fine, but you do feel this wave of new exhaustion wash over you, and your eyes start to close briefly before you snap yourself out of it.
No, I think Nimbo leans into it. He said, guys, I'm just going to rest my eyes.
Nimbo, you sleep for the next 2 hours.
Well, okay. Does that count as a short rest?
Absolutely it does. And no matter what anyone does, they cannot wake you.
Nimbo's checked out.
Nimbo just... You try to fight it, and you go, no, never mind. I fall asleep mid-sentence, which is why I interrupted you.
Amazing.
And with Nimbo passed out, I think we're going to take a short rest, and we're going to be back in 5 minutes.
See you soon, folks.
See you soon.
Oh dear. I'm sorry to tell you this, Katanga, but I'm afraid that this misery high bluff you keep talking about has just been a figment of your imagination.
Can Katanga make an insight check?
Absolutely. Do you want me to roll deception?
No point, because that was a natural 1.
Well, if I notice this mid-smooch, can I flick my tongue out for a quick taste?
Sure. Make a sleight of hand check, I guess.
What is with your characters and tasting things?
Look, it's helpful.
Mate, we've talked about these these body image issues, and like you can't be comparing yourself to like refreshing beverage cunt of all people.
Most of the fleas, because I assume stream isn't actually being all that careful.
No.
So a lot of the fleas do manage to like jump ship. And I don't know what happens if you pour bleach on a flea. They might be fine.
It might disintegrate. I don't know.
Yeah.
Google it.
What happens when you bleach a flea?
Live Psycom coming straight at you.
Look, Psychom's just being. Okay, so
That name.
So when the Sex Muskets sing "God Save the Queen," they
Yeah.
actually literally.
Yeah,
it's
they're quite sincere. A fascist regime which we approve of.
It's
I
the,
called out with my own deep throaty alarm call as well.
What are you doing down here?
Oh, we're just taking a shortcut. You know, just traffic.
We're fumigating for sewer clowns here. You can't be here.
oh no.
Oh,
no. I've been called worse, but you better shut your mouth.
We all know the real sewer clown is Elon Musk and his tunnels, so. Kick me off Twitter, Elon, I dare you.
So, Boomslang will disguise himself as Reginar and be Big Spoon.
Okay. So,
I got you, buddy.
so we cut to a scene where this Yuan-Ti, this snake person, is spooning a pudding angel.
No. Snake person disguised as a halfling.
Yes. Oh. You're even bigger a spoon than I remember.
Yeah, I just I used to have that energy.
Delightful. Angel delightful. And then we fade to
Oh, is
black.
that your full name?
Fade to black of spooning.
I don't want to miss a thing.
So you see in the room Eridark Ariesis, who is a pallid elf fighter gunslinger. Do I have guns? Do I fuck?
Depends on the audience.
That was the answer.
Oh.
To hear the question, you need to subscribe to the Patreon, I guess.
Or the OnlyFans.
We're getting the OnlyFans up and running. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And apparently in the OnlyFans, you four are selling feet pics, so you know.
Yeah, in character though. I'm painting the green. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's role play, Dagmar.
Yeah.
It's not us.
Yeah.
Right. Sam's just gonna wear fuzzy slippers.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take pictures of a cat's foot.
What, like these?
I saw
yeah.
some alpaca.
I like how
wool
it
slippers
censored those
today.
briefly.
I saw some alpaca wool slippers today that look just like tribbles, and I need to own them just so I can hide them in random places.
Just freak out any Trekkies.
Exactly. Right, Nimbo, you are sound asleep, peacefully, which gives Muck, M, and Blurta and Captain Oliver a bit of time to help patch up your wounds. The rest of you manage to get in a bit of resting as well, as the boat continues to sail upriver. Can one of the three who is awake please roll me a d6 and try to avoid the low numbers?
So I don't think I've rolled one yet on this journey. So
No, that's...
Come on.
Okay. So it's your fault if you roll
yeah, it's a 4.
When we die.
That is... Okay, can you roll me a d8, please?
A D8. A 5.
5. Okay. Let me pull something up.
That's never a good thing, is it?
No.
One of the boats that is... There's not that much traffic on the river at the moment, but you notice one ship coming up towards you, heading down towards the capital, that is waving a flag, which Captain Oliver points out to you means they are willing to trade. It is a merchant vessel that is passing, and one of the sailors leans out over the railing and calls down, "Got any need for any supplies?"
What have you
Nimbo,
got?
you're not going to be able to buy anything, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Got a bit of magic gear, a couple of weapons, some armor, this weird deck of cards, some spell scrolls.
Oh,
Just some, some general stuff as well.
Tell me
I'm
about
not
the
that
cards.
stupid,
Yeah.
Alex.
Tell me about the cards.
M doesn't want to look at the cards, but Sam wants to look at the cards. So,
Muck wants to look at the cards.
Yeah.
Muck wants
yeah.
to look at the cards.
Muck, the sailor, like the boats draw up alongside each other. The sailor sort of lash the boats together for a moment, and shows it to you. It's a deck of illusions.
Okay. I'm good.
Still useful, that could still
I'm not
I know,
stupid,
Not for me.
Alex.
The whole point is we are.
It is expensive if you inquire about the price. It's 6,120 gold.
Nah.
No.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm out. You got any healing potions?
No, sorry. That's not really our business.
Okay. And what kind of armor you got?
Well, we've got just one set right now. It's this one. He draws out this beautiful chain shirt that radiates magic. Like you can feel it, Muck, and you're not the most magically inclined. It is a chain shirt of psychic resistance.
Oh.
It'll run you about 6k as well.
It's a little bit light for me, I think. Chain shirt.
Not something I've got the money for, but it looks very nice, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, no worries. Anything else? Magic scrolls?
Yeah,
or...
do they have scrolls? That's what I was gonna ask.
He's got 4 he can sell you. They're not all wizard scrolls. So he's got a scroll of bless, which you wouldn't be able to transcribe. Command, fog cloud, and another one you can transcribe, hex.
How much is the fog cloud one?
120 gold.
On the one hand, that could be quite useful. On the other hand, it feels like the kind of thing that'll just sit at the bottom of my bag forever.
Also, metagaming, I always have it stopped.
Yeah, you would know that.
Okay.
I might take command just to have one of those.
No, that's 120 as well.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you buy the scroll of command from him, which once you've got the equipment and the time, you can transcribe. I believe. I'm pretty sure it's a wizard spell.
And just to check in on your weapons as well, just to round it out.
Haven't got a whole lot. Got this javelin. It's got some magic properties, and this scimitar, which has, well, even more runes than the javelin.
Do they just have one soggy longbow?
They're coming from upriver. They haven't found it yet.
And sorry, the stuff we gave to the Sahagwin, we don't have anymore, do we?
No, we never
you
gave
still
it them.
have that.
Oh,
Yeah, you never
okay,
gave it to
cool,
them.
cool,
You offered it, and then they attacked you.
Nice. All right, I've probably got some stuff to sell off stream, just pretty standard stuff.
You can sell it to these guys probably. They're like, they'll deal with pretty much anything that isn't too breakable.
Cool.
But you just message me afterwards.
Yeah, cool, will do.
Cool.
Yeah, I think nothing for me today, to be honest.
Oh, is
No
there
worries
anything
at
that
all?
would be good if we're heading up to Elmsford? Anything? Any
Well, I don't know,
equipment
what do
you'd
you-
recommend?
I've got some pittons. You
What's
gonna be
that?
doing any climbing? They're like
Oh, the
things you
stick.
nail into a
Oh,
For
yeah,
climbing?
yeah, I'm with you.
Just a quick. Do you get much business up there? Like I hear the mayor or the lord or whatever is quite into his magical stuff.
Oh well, he buys some stuff from us, sure, but we come from even further upriver.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Elmsford, it's not bad, but compared to some of the other countries, not gonna lie, Salora's not the best funded place. Get most of our custom up in Brisea.
You know what? Give
Remore's
me
not
some,
too bad, but
give me some pittance. Why not? Just in case we need to scale.
yeah, all right. Do you want 10?
Yeah, that'll do. How
Run
much?
you a silver?
Yeah, easy.
Standard equipment.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome. Good sailing. Unties the boat, jumps back onto his own ship, and you pass each other. And eventually, Nimbo wakes up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rest my eyes for a sec, guys. I think. Oh, weather's changed.
Yeah, well rested. So we've been going for about 2 hours.
Yeah. Welcome back.
All safe though.
Wow. Okay, sweet. Sorry about that. I do feel much better after that, though. Yeah, power nap and all that.
It shouldn't.
We went to the shop. We didn't get you anything, just in case you're wondering.
Yeah, we all went to Big Tesco, but you didn't say you wanted it.
No worries. I'll get it next time. This is all, there's always time for an ice cream.
You met the wizard Aldi.
Oh, now I want to write a one-shot where the Wizard Council is just all the UK supermarkets.
Sainsbury's magic sausage.
Yeah. Throughout the journey, you do have Captain Oliver, who is occasionally asking you all for advice on how he should set up his touring business for rich people, which you have persuaded him to open, to give up the fishing life to attempt to win his wife back.
So I will draft the letter to send off to my mum when we get into town.
Okay, yeah. You can absolutely do that, yeah.
would just
Your
be
home
like-
isn't too far away from where you're going to be docking, so it would be easy enough to find a messenger.
It would just be like, oh yes, everyone in the capital's doing it these days. You've got to try it. It's the latest fashion.
Easily done, and you know she'll probably take the bait.
Yeah.
Are you trying to sell it like it's those, those kind of party boats on the Thames that got big, like
For
in like the
context.
mid-noughties.
I feel like Blurter's mum is the kind of person who would subscribe to Goop.
Yes.
Mm.
I think I have that written in my notes.
So she pays an annual subscription to like Weeblex, the Great Ooze.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right. In that case, can one more person please roll me a d6?
All my rolls are
Like,
shit.
do we have to?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I might
You
do it.
don't, I'll do it, but I want to give you
No, no, no.
autonomy in this. Go ahead.
That's
Nimbo.
a 3.
Roll a d6, please.
Don't make that
Don't
face.
pull that face,
Why did you
Dagmar.
do that? Yeah. Mm.
That is a -5.
Huh?
I don't know. I just thought it would be like I'm rolling for a quantity of things, and I thought that'd be a low number. But that's going to be a 5.
Oh, I see
Okay.
what you're doing there. Yeah.
Well,
Right. Okay, hold on.
I didn't know whether it was like you roll a 3. Okay, you encounter D6, whatever.
Yeah.
We encounter an old man. It's like, I've got too many diamonds.
I have 5 too many diamonds.
Well,
Oh, don't
whilst,
bring the map up.
whilst we're moving,
Give me a moment, folks.
whilst we're moving upstream, would be
Yes.
sitting with Yarrow just with like blueberries under cups, kind of moving it around
Aw.
and seeing if they can figure out which cup it's in under.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay, make me an. We'll call this an Arcana check, but roll it with advantage.
Me.
Yeah.
Okay. 24.
Okay, yeah. Yara was really good at this. And it takes you a while, but then you realize that because of the bond you have with your familiar, Yarrow is able to sense through you where the blueberries are.
You're getting good at this. I'll keep working on it.
You could probably scam someone with this.
Yeah.
Okay. You are
Don't say it.
passing.
Don't say it.
You are passing slightly closer to the shore at this point. Captain Oliver thinking, middle of the river wasn't doing it for us. Kept getting attacked. That's never happened before. You hear a cackling noise coming from the shore.
Back to
And
the
watch-
river, maybe.
It's a hen dude.
Shit.
Hey.
It is. In one of those boats that has a keg of beer in the middle. I'm joking. Amongst the reeds, you see algae-covered arms, greasy hair flaying through the reeds, bluish skin, as a coven of hags appears at the edge of the water and spots your boat.
No, don't.
Looking fabulous, ladies.
Thank you, thank you. What's this? They throw themselves into the water and then vanish. And reappear clinging to the side of the boat, gazing up at you over the banisters.
So, do you ladies know about drag?
Yes,
must be
we
some-
do. Do you want to? Do
No,
you
not that
want-
kind. Would you like us to put on a drag show for you?
Oh, we do the dragging hair, lovely.
Can Muck do a check to see if she knows what hags are and how evil they are?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
What kind of check would that be?
It would be an Arcana check.
Luck of the die. Okay, 19. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, hags have always been a bit of an issue in the realm. They are not something that ever sort of disappeared. And they are, interestingly enough, they're something which seems to have no problem moving between planes. Despite they're able to move into the ethereal plane despite the ceiling of the planes. And then back into this one.
And from my role, is there a way to avoid combat?
Yes, absolutely there is. Hags are tricksters. They do tend towards... They don't necessarily tend towards violence as a first instinct. These appear to be sea hags. They are definitely in a coven, which makes them more dangerous. But they might be open to letting you pass if you can offer them something useful to them in return.
M's gonna send a message to Blurta, because I think Blurta's the only one who would agree to this. Let's convince the captain to make a deal.
Blurta just sort of turns around and looks at Em and just sort of like, maybe. So, clearly you ladies are fabulously powerful. Am I right?
Very, very much so.
I mean, it just shines off you. You just have the look of so much power and
They look
experience.
horrifying.
They are quite shiny.
So, just to get an idea, it's what would you say is the coolest thing that you've ever done?
Flattery. I see. We'll tell you if you tell us the same.
The coolest thing I ever did.
Yes.
But-
Don't lie.
Careful, Blurta. These hags, they're vile creatures. I don't
Can
know
I-
what they're going to do with our answer.
I'm just trying. It's what's the?
Can I roll an
What does
insight check?
Blurta think is the
Yeah, that's
coolest
what I'm
thing
trying to
he's ever
work
done?
out. I'm just like,
Can I roll an insight check to see? Because Nimbo's never met a hag, but he's heard of magical beings twisting words.
Yes.
And I want to see if there's are they talking about what's the lowest temperature thing you've ever done, or what is the most emotionally cool thing you've ever done, or what's the most perceived as cool by other people?
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay, it's gonna be a 16.
16. There definitely could be multiple meanings to this, but you get the impression that the hag has just turned Blurta's words back on her. It's Blurta's definition of cool that matters there. So whatever Blurta describes, the hags will counter with something of a similar nature.
well, not to brag, but we did defeat a Hydra fairly recently. That was pretty cool.
The Hydra. Well, the coolest thing we've ever done is... there was that griffin. Thought it could nest in our territory. Now we nest in it.
Ooh, that's good turnaround there.
And now you're in our territory.
Oh, we would not mean to intrude. Of
You
course.
do.
What could we do to make amends for such an inconsiderate accident on our part?
I like this one, sisters. I like this one. What can you do? Come closer.
How close am I at the minute?
You're probably a good, like, 10 feet away, unless you wanted to, like, come up and have a friendly chat.
And how close is it? Are we where we are on the battle map?
No, I just placed you randomly.
Okay.
It's the middle hag's the one talking to you, though.
Could I sort of take Muck's hand and just sort of like, I basically want to walk forward, but be like holding on to Muck at the same time.
Why am I in it?
You're the strong one to yank me back if I need to.
Oh, okay. You want me to hold the hand that's farthest away?
Yeah.
You can hold on
Fine.
to Muck. The hag is beckoning you until you're adjacent to her. Let me get a good look at you.
And I bet you she's got like big, long fingers with those like thin fingers with big round knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Each
just
one
like-
tipped with a big curved, sharp nail.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And she's
Mhm.
got like
For the
pure
record,
black
I
eyes
have my
like a
eye
fish.
patch on at the minute.
Okay.
You just said like one big long nail. I just think she's got like a big coke nail. Like there's just this
But like the reason that they're so grumpy is that they live in water. So just
Oh.
it keeps getting wet.
And they got, that's all. They're actually only like 25, but they just have really wrinkly skin from being in the water all the time.
What I want from you, you've got something fey about you. Just like us.
Yeah, it runs in the family.
But I see you are already taken.
Yeah.
Elemental. Efreeti.
Yeah, he's a bit of a shit, but yeah, already spoken for, I'm afraid.
That's okay. We can draw upon your fey powers.
To do what?
You give us your fey power. And we let you go.
So, mechanically, what are they requesting? Is it...
Mechanically, they are asking for you to surrender one of your racial benefits, the fey step.
Okay. Now, the thing is... That is a compelling request you'll make of me there.
Is it? We could just like try and kill. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So wait, just to clarify, how many of them are there?
3.
Okay.
If you're gonna hand over a racial benefit, at least make it some like white privilege or something. Like
I'm handing in my white card.
yeah. Not the free transportation. Like that's some good shit.
Like,
In
You
this
can
economy?
You can attempt to bargain if you want to. If it goes badly, we'll see what happens.
like, does anyone else want to do anything at this point?
They're not talking to anyone else.
True, but everyone else is there, so...
Yes, but they're not the ones who said, what can we do?
Well, what I'm saying is I'm just giving a moment, so I'm
Okay.
just allowing anyone else to interject in that moment
Okay.
before I do anything stupid.
Muck is gripping your wrist so tightly. It's like I know your character's very pale. It's somehow turning even whiter. Like there's just no circulation.
And are they actually on the deck, or
No,
are
they're clinging to the side of the boat.
Mm,
In the name of the unity and constant flow of the universe and the transitive property, what if we were to obtain the power of someone else to provide for you, maybe at a later but close date?
whose power?
Well, we're on our way to somewhere where we are potentially likely to encounter beings of extraordinary talent. We don't really have 100% certainty on the exact details of those talents, but if you give us some parameters, then maybe we can find something that fits the bill. Something that would be even tastier than a phase step.
You're a mean little cleric, aren't you?
Well,
Sacrificing someone else for your own safety?
It's more of a kind of two birds with one stone thing, because these people are also imperiling the safety of many, 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 many other people.
But if you ask us to name what we want, you must find us someone like that.
Sorry.
Even if they're not one of those you hunt.
What if... Oh, what? Okay, how about this? Would you like the gift of... And I shift into a bear.
Can you make me a Constitution saving throw? Oh, sorry, it's not Constitution, is it? It's Wisdom. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, yeah, 23.
That is a success.
Smart bear.
Okay. You turn into a bear.
Wait, sorry, I was going to go hybrid, sorry.
Okay, you turn into a half bear, half human.
Well, half furbolg.
Half furbolg. My bad.
Like, so, I know someone else who could do this. So, I could be able to obtain that of them, because we're probably I'm going to encounter them. Going to encounter them in not too long. Or there's always the down payment of this.
Oh, but we can just do that already.
Huh?
We want to turn something into a bear, we'll turn it into a bear.
And you'll turn into bears?
What do you think?
Let's see
I'd like
it.
to see it.
One of them clambers up onto the deck and turns into a bear.
How many hit points does a bear have?
Less than a hag.
Yeah.
Less than a hag. What do you think that this hag's just done is the real question.
Can I Arcana it?
Absolutely.
30-20.
Okay, yeah, this appears to have been a polymorph spell.
Okay, so if we break a concentration...
So any damage you do to it is like bonus damage for the hag's form.
Does polymorph affect their intelligence, if I recall correctly?
No. It does. Yes, polymorph does.
Yeah.
It's only druids
Yeah.
that retain it, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So is there anything useful there? I ask in a meta.
Well, you've still got two hags.
I have two hags and a bear.
So we've been requested
like
to
good
give up a
time.
face step. We've offered up either the werebear ability or a person who can do that.
I'm just like, I don't know, that's not really the same. Like, that's just a bear. Like, he's like a bear guy.
That I am a bear guy, and also, I mean, I don't want to try and kind of gild the lily here, but if I don't want to presume, but hags, you tend to enjoy not just getting stuff, but also depriving other people of stuff, right? So if you were to deprive someone of this wonderful gift, wouldn't their sadness be a bit of a gift to you?
And you could give it to someone who didn't want it.
Right. Nimbo, can you please make me a persuasion or deception, and I'm leaning towards deception,
Did,
I mean, yeah,
Check,
it's a
please.
little bit of both, really, but it's the same
did I
modifier
get?
for either.
Did I add advantage to that?
No, because Nimbo would be a disadvantage, so you're just gonna make it a straight roll.
Okay.
Thank you. That is
Because
very helpful.
the werebear hybrid is definitely a disadvantage to try to on charisma checks that aren't intimidation.
So I'm going to use my nerd dice.
Go for it.
So it's right. It stands at a 16, and now it's gone to a dirty 20.
One moment, please. How do you plan on getting us this ability?
I thought we could workshop that because we know of someone who also has this ability. And so if either, we could draw them towards the water and you could come meet us, or if you could give us maybe like a seashell on the necklace or something, and we could use that to capture their gift or some kind of other totem of your power, or I don't know. You're the powerful hags. Is that an offensive term? I don't know.
No, that's
Okay.
what we are.
Great.
Ever made a deal with a cleric before?
I've never made a deal with a hag before.
They're usually far too good.
Well, I mean, I don't know about calling myself good or bad.
You bring us this person, and we won't kill you in your sleep.
Before I agree to this,
You've
if I
got
were to
1
agree
week.
to this,
Ulo just shows up suddenly with a.
Just climbs out the television.
so I have 1 week to deliver this person to you. Where is that? To this location
Yes.
right here.
We're not leaving our territory just because you want to pass through.
And if we don't deliver a
We'll take you.
shapeshifter to you within a week, what are the ramifications?
We take you.
Question: do they have to be alive?
Yes.
Well, that's just annoying. But
Also, by you, do you mean you singular or you plural?
Plural.
Okay.
Also, you said if we bring you the person, then you won't kill us in our sleep. But it doesn't matter if we're sleeping or not. You're never going to kill us. You're not allowed.
I think we'll decide that. You bring us another shapeshifter in 1 week's time. We will take you, cleric, and we will kill your friends.
Has
Can
anyone
I
got,
just sort of
anyone else
wiggle
got any
my
other
eye-
ideas on the table?
Can I wiggle my eyebrows at M to encourage them to like message me?
Yep. What is it?
Can we just kill them, right?
I don't think we can do that.
How fast does this boat move, by the way?
Probably about the same speed as the hags.
Okay.
Well, I feel like we just have to say yes, and then if it all goes tits up, we'll just kill him then. I say to the group quietly.
Do they hear that? Is the very important question.
Yeah, they're
Does it
listening
matter
in.
if they hear? Like.
I will pipe up then, and what will you make of Nimbo if you have him, or of this
take his-
other?
That's not your concern. You
But
give us the power. That's it.
I mean, in the nicest possible way, and no offense, Nimbo, it's not that impressive a power.
Well, what do you have to offer us then, kitty cat?
I'm offering nothing. But the gentleman at the back of the boat here may be coming into riches soon.
The two hags and the bear look at each other. Passing us along, one to the other. We've had 2 offers. Potential future riches do not interest us.
Okay. I'm gonna take a level of exhaustion and cast Gift of the Gab to just get rid of that.
Remind me what that does again?
Skillfully reshape the memories of listeners so that each creature of your choice within 5 feet of you forgets everything you said within the last round, essentially.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah.
I think Muck's right. I think this is the option, and we find the person.
Okay. So out of character, because it's been sessions and Christmas and hiatus and stuff.
Yes. Yes.
The journey by boat from
it's a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So this has been quite a fucking day.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. Yes.
Okay, this has been quite the day. But that means that
you're about 3 hours away from.
It's not inconceivable that we could get to Elmsford, do our business, because I've just realised that actually the werebear assassin is back in the capital.
Back in the capital, yes.
We are heading in the opposite direction of them.
Yes.
I misspoke in my initial offer.
But they also came from.
They did come from Elmsford.
Yeah, they came from.
You don't know. There might be.
Yeah, so they might be going back, or there might be others. Okay, cool.
Well, they seem to be following M, so they might be. If they find out you left the city, they might come. Back to Elmsford, but yes. The one you've encountered before is back the way you came.
Maybe we could get M to just stand on the prow of the ship, waving at everyone going the other way, so that rumors abound in the capital.
All right. You agree then, cleric?
I think this is probably the way it has to be. But I look at my companions.
But he's given a whole Nimbo better than giving just a little phase step. Now I feel like I'm back at square one. No.
What if I give my gift of shapeshift?
We need to take you.
You don't just want the bear. You want.
I mean, he could just give
you
you a
To
bite.
make it work. The bite will not work on us. So you want to give us this gift? You give us you. We're not so stupid that we remove curses for free.
Would you call it a curse?
Yes.
Gift of the curse.
I find that quite offensive.
I'll use the last charge that I have on sending to just send to Nimbo. They won't touch a hair on any of our heads. We will get through this.
Blurter, definitely they won't.
So you get replied, okay. I mean, let it never be said that Nimbo Thunderchild was without faith. And I reach forward, and one long, dark blue, thick-set arm with a bit more hair than usual. But that hand shakes a long, dark blue, spindly, gross, slimy hand with no hair at all.
As the hag's arm clasps, it's like she clasps your forearm, and you feel a
easy on the
searing
nails.
pain.
You're like a predator handshake.
You feel a searing pain shoot into your arm, and when you look down, there is a mark sort of branded into your skin.
Hey.
We'll find you if you don't find us.
Deal it
1
is.
week. She plucks a tuft of hair off of your forearm, and the two hags throw themselves into the water. The bear throws itself into the water after them and shifts back into a hag underwater.
Can we get to fucking land and get off this boat?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? Right, yeah. Double speed.
Forests and swamps, fine. Rivers seem to be real hellish. Like, why'd you do this? Why'd you live your life on the river? The rivers suck.
It's not, like I said, it's not usually this bad. I don't know what's happening. It must be you four.
Don't blame us.
To be fair...
What else am I meant to be blaming then? Everything else, you're the only thing that's new on the boat.
To be fair, a lot of weird shit has happened to us in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Just to think about the Nimbo.
Today has been a particularly busy day, but it hasn't been like none of this is the weirdest shit that has happened to us ever. You know?
Not that far.
Maybe just it's like the most separate incidents of weird things in the smallest amount of time. But okay, back to Nimbo. Is there any reason we couldn't just find some really horrible guy and then you just bite him until he becomes a werebear and then we just give that person over?
Oh my god. This is why you should always have a manipulative liar in your party. I hadn't thought of that.
Genius.
You know what, Blurter? You're a genius. Yeah, like I give Blurter a big hug. I'm like, let's go find the biggest dickhead we can.
Hey,
Captain Guy, you said you hated your brother, right?
Right?
Whoa.
I mean, not that much.
Okay, fine.
I mean, handing someone else over to the hags is... I mean, I appreciate we didn't get in another fight, but it's a bit...
Okay, fine.
I'm sure
a bit iffy morally, isn't it?
I'm sure we're going to find some genuinely reprehensible folks as we follow this thread of people who are chasing him. So I don't think we're going to need to go looking for someone to fill this part of the deal, because it's going to happen.
Yeah, they just sit there chewing on their arm until they get free.
Will look at the captain, be like, but I hope you heard what they said. You're in this too.
Oh. Yeah.
Right, well, you lot seem capable enough. And besides, they're tracking him. I'm not heading out with you.
No, you have to.
I mean,
you don't have a choice
can't
anymore.
Also do with him having the boat ready to go instantly as soon as we have someone. So,
I mean, I can have the boat ready for you. I'll charge you for it.
So
I'm not traveling with you.
That's fair. We're going on land.
Okay.
Apparently, that's not your thing.
Yeah.
Not really. No. I've got a new business to set up.
In the time we've been sailing, How much do you think we've learned about um no captain in the
How
boat?
proficient have you become?
Yeah. Can we just nick this like hijack this thing? I wanted
You
to say
can
pilot the boat, so probably
you can
not at all.
definitely try to steal it. You are not proficient with boats.
Okay.
What?
Could I get proficient in boats in the next hour before we get to the shore?
No.
Montage.
All right.
No.
But
Not unless you suddenly mysteriously gain the feat skilled or skill master, both of which Blurta has.
what I
Not for boats.
what
No.
I'm trying to understand then is the hag said that if we don't do what we were meant to do, they'll kill the rest of us and take Nimbo. And
Yeah.
surely
Right.
that includes the captain.
Yeah.
Well, they said you're friends, so
I mean,
depends on like how you feel about us, I guess, or how they think that you feel about us.
so I think you have no choice but to bring us back there when we need to go, because you're included.
Make an intimidation check.
I'll help.
No, because
Aw.
you're not doing any of the talking.
But remember, I said yeah the first time.
No.
Also, surely a slight flex can do a lot of talking. Let the guns
This
do the
is
talking.
all
It was a 19.
Go on then.
Fuck, I can get you back here, but I'm not going anywhere else with you. And after that, I never want to see any of you again.
That's fair. And, you know,
You've already
You
damaged my boat.
and we'll pay
I
for the
don't-
damage. I said I'll pay for the damage.
Nimbo, I'm sorry, I don't think that's very
Nah.
fair.
The tentacles damage your boat.
The tentacles damaged the boat.
No, the lightning damaged the boat.
The lightning damaged the tentacle. The boat was just inconsequential.
I've
there.
never had a problem with tentacles until you lot showed up on my boat.
That seems incredibly judgmental that you just judge to the fact
Correlation.
that it is us. Yes,
Mhm.
correlation does not equal causation.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, in
Nimbo
the
is
week,
getting-
in the week you've got to find a guy to hand over to those hags, I'll go sailing. And if I don't get attacked by tentacles or seamen or hags or who knows what, god damn you two. If I don't get attacked by any of that stuff, then clearly it is you. I can set you ashore right here if you prefer to walk the rest of the way.
By this point, Nimbo is thoroughly embarrassed by his friends trying to like get out of paying for the damage, because Nimbo feels really bad about the damage anyways. Nimbo's like, no, look, it's okay, guys, it's okay. Look, I will pay for the damage to the boat, and thank you for agreeing to wait for us so we can sort out this hag thing. I know it's a lot. We'll make it up to you somehow. We promise. I'm sorry about the
I don't
lightning
appreciate
thing.
being threatened when I've already given you a discount, and the best you've been able to come up with to get my wife back is that I should start chartering vessels for nobles.
That's a good idea.
I mean, it's not a bad business idea, to be fair. But
Well, if it doesn't work, then I'm out even more money.
I don't think
Yeah,
at
and-
any point
Then let
anyone
me sail the
threatened you.
boat.
with the contacts we've got, we should be able to give you a kickstart on that.
Right. I'm gonna sail the boat.
Yep, let's do that. Let's just look forwards and sail and just sit in silence for a bit.
Yeah.
And everyone just, I'm not going to cast Calm Emotions because we might need that second level spell slot, but let's just calm our emotions. Let's all cast Calm Emotions.
Muck starts doing push-ups.
Is that how Muck calms her emotions?
Yeah.
I'm gonna meditate and try and commune with Vias, just because it's been a crazy day. There was the spiritual guardians, which were a lovely kind of thing to share with Vias, but then also the hag thing wanting to check in and make sure that's okay.
Make me a religion check, please.
Okay. 21.
21. Yeah, you're in a pretty natural environment, even if you're on a boat. This river is not man-made at all. Like it's barely been
I can hear the sounds of the bow wave.
Yeah. It's a peaceful environment when you're not getting attacked by things. And you do reach Vias. And what you get back is a sense of disappointment.
That is absolutely crushing. Nimbo sits in that.
You might get more later, but at the moment it's just an overwhelming sense of disappointment.
Yeah, Nimbo doesn't feel Nimbo feels Nimbo doesn't feel like he has the confidence or worthiness to try to say anything back or to argue his case or anything. He's gonna take the L.
Is the aura around still?
The one that M feels.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's been getting stronger as you go upriver. It's still faint, but it's more like it was when you first felt it in the temple in the sorrow. Not quite that strong, but closer.
Just say to it in my head, will I see you soon?
There's no answer. But you feel like it's been heard.
It's been hurt. Did you say that?
Heard. I said hurt. I meant heard. The sun sets about an hour before the boat draws into port. You see the twinkling lights of the city of Elmsford, set slightly away from the docks in the mountains. Air here is colder than it was down in the valley below. You make your way off the boat. Captain Oliver gives you your shield back, Muck. And he asks where you'll be staying. Now you've got a few options. There is your grandmother, who won't have enough beds, but will have a roof and a relatively comfortable hearth in which you can lay out bedrolls. You know of a few inns in town as well. Cheap, mid-range, and expensive, depending on what you're feeling. Captain Oliver says he will send the bill for the boat's repairs to wherever it is you stay.
Do you know how much it's going to cost now, or is this going to be like you find out and then for the bill?
Well, I'll ask my builder tomorrow.
Personally, guys, I feel like we deserve a fancy inn.
I wouldn't mind seeing my grandmother.
Yeah, I think maybe the trail won't be super hot as we just arrived, so now might be a good time to check in with family.
Maybe we visit the grandmother, but we don't stay. Yeah, because I wouldn't want to put her in danger. If today is anything to go by, and the damage that we've put Captain Oliver in, I would feel terrible if anything close to what happened today happened to your grandma.
We can just say hello.
Can't wait.
So which type of inn do you want to stay in?
Middling.
Middling. Okay, that's the old jester. You know where it is, and you can lead the party there. As you enter this comfortable establishment, you're able to secure some rooms. It's late, so probably close to midnight by the time you get in. Go up to your rooms and settle in for the night. And that is where we're going to leave off. And we will pick up in Elmsford next session. And we will get to meet Em's grandmother.
Yay! Grandma!
Right.
So tense.
That was an interesting session.
I can't believe I've upset my god.
Join us on the atheist side. We don't have to care.
You're gonna get a god at some point, and you're gonna be so mad about it.
Also, like, looking at your relationship with your patron, I don't know.
You took it there.
Do we want to elect an MVP?
Blurter's near death and was quite fun.
Yeah. Yeeted into the ocean.
I do feel bad.
And then the revenge by like the Uno reverse yeet.
It's enjoyed. Especially it's like he's already dead. No, in the water.
Power of symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, is there an LVP for like horrendous dice rolls?
Oh, so bad.
Disgusting. That was actually disgusting.
I feel like it can't be Sam because Sam jinxed us all.
Yep.
This is all going rather well, don't you think?
Yeah.
Also, then I rolled the hag encounter as well, so I feel kind of bad for that. I think Blurt is the only one who hasn't absolutely fucked us all over this entire session.
I think this is definitely the closest we've come to a TPK. I was concerned.
Yeah.
And I think if we
I
had
didn't
decided
pull
to
any
fight,
punches, but I was concerned.
and I think if we had decided to fight a coven of hags whilst not at full strength, that might have been the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was
Killed
so
all of you.
tempted to drop a load of caltrops under their hands so they would fall off the boat.
Oh,
That
into the
wouldn't-
water? These water hags? Oh no!
Oh, no, but then we just like zoom off.
Yeah, no, the boat wasn't fast enough for
In our
that.
speedo?
That's why I asked.
All right, so Blurta for MVP, which in this case just means didn't fuck things up too badly.
The least bad.
Oh, this has been a fun session to get back to things. Yeah, I don't want anyone to think that I was having too much glee in the Sahagwin encounter. I laugh when I'm uncomfortable, and I was getting uncomfortable with some of the damage I was doing.
Nice to see you having a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I was like, how do I work in a new character if one of these fuckers dies?
It's me, Gruck.
Oh, amazing. Okay, Blurta for MVP. Announcements on the 8th of March. Rogue Octopus.
Escapes.
You can do it.
Rogue
You can do it.
Octopus escapes. I was about to say octopodes instead of escapes. Or instead of octopus. Oh my goodness. Right. 8th of March. Be here.
Rascally
7 p.m.
Octopodian extractions.
For one of those. We love you all. I hope you have a great evening. Good night, folks.
We never did get an answer about who would make the most money selling feet pics.